Hello everyone, I'm Wave, and today I'm going to be talking about Muv Luv Unlimited being the second game in the trilogy of the Muv Luv series. Probably a relatively forgettable experience for most, but I do think it is an important part, if not the most important part, out of the entire Muv Luv trilogy. Let's get into it. So Muv Luv Unlimited is the second out of the 3 titles of the Muv Luv trilogy, and it acts as the segue between blending the rom-com slice of life portion, being Muv Luv Extra, and transitioning into the more like sci-fi adventure action-oriented style of Muv Luv Alternative. I think this is probably the most forgettable because of the fact that it's packaged with Muv Luv Extra, and where Muv Luv Extra is probably 20 plus hours, Muv Luv Unlimited is probably closer to like 10 hours. Also, if you were to only play one quote-unquote route of Muv Luv Unlimited, it's going to be fairly brief, and any of the completion side of Unlimited is almost just exactly the same as what you're going to see across most of the playthroughs that are available. There are some differences on, I believe, only like 1 or 2 of the side stories for the routes. There's some minor differences, but I think Unlimited kind of has its weaknesses in the fact that it still tries to have the like girl of your choice kind of deal, while not having it fully fleshed out. You kind of just get a different ending sequence, and like even the ending sequence for each heroine is repeated for the lines word for word, to where it gets very repetitive. But we can go ahead and start talking about the genuine good things that I think Unlimited doesn't really get a lot of attention for. So, being the transition game between the first and the last within the trilogy, I think Unlimited is an integral part to the overall narrative. I think it's the glue that holds a lot of the story together, because without it, you would be lacking key context. Unlimited is the portion where we transition both the protagonist and then also the world setting, to where things are very just silly and goofy, playing around, and now we're in a serious mode. Unlimited, I think, is very essential in that you have time to kind of build up the world and explain all of the various new things that are introduced when you're already 30 hours deep into the story of Muv Luv, without it feeling too heavy, right? Because by the time you start Alternative, you already have all that knowledge, and having all that knowledge, you wouldn't be able to be at that point without having Unlimited there to do that. Unlimited, I think, serves its purpose in that it is very much able to go ahead and transition the player into this setting without having it feel too bogged down. It's pretty good in that during the early portions of Unlimited, you're still in that kind of like unserious mode with the protagonist, the player character, and you are coming in from rom-com and just over-the-top slapstick humor, and you're not in the right mindset, and it shows within the player character, and they have to kind of get a reality check, get hit with certain circumstances that make you finally put your head in the game, and you are tasked with having to be serious and knowing that things aren't a game anymore. Now, I could go into a lot more detail, but I'll save that for when I eventually get around to doing the review for Muv Luv Alternative. But at least for right now, these have been my brief thoughts on Muv Luv Unlimited and why I think that it's fairly important that Unlimited does exist. There is no way to really just jump from extra straight into alternative without having some sort of bridge to cover that gap between the two very different genres. But yes, those have been my brief thoughts on Muv Luv Unlimited. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.